Hey, welcome back to Sprague Homestead. I'm Kanan.
I'm Nikki.
So we thought we'd give you guys an update on kind of what we've been doing the last 6 to 8 weeks because we have been busy with our fall work list.
So first and foremost, we have been working on firewood. Anybody who follows along for very long knows that last year we got into just a little bit of trouble where we really went into the winter with not enough firewood. We did manage to skate by between doing some odd work for my folks and getting some, and buying one cord from a local guy. But we played that whole game of being snowed in for weeks on end, and basically got into a situation where we couldn't get up to where we cut wood because we just flat couldn't get the quad to go anymore.
Snow is too deep.
We were high centering on the snow. Keep in mind, we're trying to drag a trailer through it. It really wasn't working. So that was been priority one for the last 2 months. And we do think we've got enough for the winter, probably a little extra, especially since so far, temperature-wise, the winter, and granted, we're not into the true winter yet, but it's been pretty mild. I mean, today it's 40.
Yeah.
And that's, I know for some people that's really cold, but for us this time of year, that's actually really warm. And the next 3 days, it's going to be like 50. So we're not going through firewood right now as fast as expected either, but we did end up with, we thought, 5 cords or so
this year
sitting in there right now. So, and that's with having burned periodically since September.
Yep.
So kind of been the big project.
Now, of course, usually what we do every fall is we have grow outs of either rabbits, chickens, or all of the above. And we have been doing a lot of butchering. And then, of course, that leads into preservation. So I can't even tell you. I think we would do 30 chickens.
Yeah, we did 30 chickens this year.
30 rabbits, I think, in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
We still have some other things to do. We still have some turkeys, geese, and some other things. But we were getting towards the end, nearing at the end of the year. We're getting close to the end of our butchering list. And then that will finally curtail into the last bit of canning and preserving, freezing, however we're going to keep it, but we're getting close to the end.
Yeah, so we're all done with quail. We're all done with chickens. We are most of the way done with rabbits. We got a couple Muscovies, a couple geese, and 4 turkeys to go. Did not do any pheasants this year. I was looking at them and I kept thinking, yeah, we're going to have to do those. And then I threw them up on Craigslist on a whim, and somebody bought all the pheasants that I had for sale. So didn't have to do any of the pheasants. And we do have 2 goats that needed to be done, but honestly, we didn't get them banded in time, and now they're a stinky, ruddy mess, so we'll wait until spring for them. But I've been canning. He mentioned canning, and it's been almost a daily event. If I'm not canning meat or what was left in the garden. I also bought 80 pounds of apples on sale, which was probably not a wise decision in the midst of everything. But yeah, we've been canning like crazy. And I'm going to have a bunch of canning videos coming out because people have been asking. We post a lot to Facebook and Instagram. I know we haven't been on YouTube a lot, but we do post a lot over there. And so we've had a lot of requests for stuff. So I'm working on a video for cranberry juice. I finished one up for apple juice, applesauce, my meatballs, canned meatballs. And I think I'm going to do fajita strips. I think that's about it. But I do have some canning videos coming out soon.
So Nikki mentioned that it's 40 degrees today and it's a little bit warmer than normal. For whatever reason, and I'm going to say thankfully a little bit, it's been a little bit warmer, a little wetter, and we've had a bunch of fog most mornings. As the ground thaws out, It kind of just develops into fog. So we've had it where this week we've had fog so thick that you couldn't see the barns from the house. We've had it where it's been 30 feet up on, there, just kind of making the sun trickle in. So we've had a little bit of power a couple days where we've had to run the generator at night just to get through the night because we haven't had enough power because the sun can't get through the clouds and the fog.
Yeah, yesterday was wild. It was supposed to be like 43, and at 12:30 it was still 28 degrees. And it was just because we're down in a meadow, a little spot down, kind of walled in, and you could see where the fog line was sitting, and it was just over us. So when the sun finally poked through and the fog started to burn off, it was so late in the day that all the north side of the trees were still totally bloomed out with frost, but the south side actually got some sun and thawed off. So you'd walk and all the trees were like half and half all day. So it makes it a little bit tougher to get out and do stuff, filming and whatnot, when the weather's kind of erratic. So part of our downsizing for the fall has also meant we managed to get all the goat kids from this year sold. So everybody's gone except for the 3 does that I kept. So that's been kind of nice. That's cut our hay consumption way, way down. I am still milking. Belle is still giving me anywhere from 2 to 4 cups a day. And it is wild to watch her variance in milk production every day, because it's wildly dependent on the temperature. If it's cold, you're getting almost nothing. If it hits 45, 50 degrees, she may still give me a quart. And we've been milking now for 6 months. So it's not too bad for a doe that's about 9 years old. And we're still kind of, it's because it's wild amounts and because her cream amount has dropped. I'm not getting to do a whole lot of like specialty cheese stuff, but I'm still getting to do some goat cheese every week. We're obviously meeting all of our milk needs. And I'm not sure how long we're going to milk her, but she's still going. So we're just kind of letting her go and getting ready to breed all the other does that I'm going to hopefully milk this next year. Hopefully.
So really, we had mentioned in our kind of why we hadn't put a lot of video out this year. My change in job is that I've been working for a local upholstery trimmer that wanted to retire. He's been teaching me the trade as best as he can when he has work. So the last probably 8 weeks, I have been steadily going to his shop 2, 3, 4 days a week, whatever we needed to do to get the jobs done. He's been teaching me, so we've done a bunch of work. And I also spent a week, or I guess about 6 days. I went down to Las Vegas this year for the SEMA show, which is a trade show for aftermarket parts, etc., to go down there and to meet a few people, make some contacts, and to see everything that was available coming out in 24 from all the companies and the products. So it's been very interesting to do. It's kept me busy, and it's probably going to be something I'll do here at the house going into the future. As he retires, I will try to take over that side of the business and bring it here.
The nice thing is we're trying to figure out, or trying to finish up our fall work list is, and it wasn't nice for Bruce, who he's working with, but it was nice for us, is he actually ended up with kidney stone. Was that right? So he was out for weeks, unfortunately. And then, of course, we've had Thanksgiving in there. So we got a little bit of a break where Kanan wasn't going, and the weather tended to be nice. So we were working on the firewood and the butchering and all that kind of stuff. And the last big thing we've been working on is, since I went to convention at the very beginning of October, which was a little bit ago, I brought some new rabbits home. I've got some of the new bucks now, hopefully breeding. Hopefully. They're young bucks and they're not real sure what's going on. The low light is kind of messing with the does, and we're not getting a lot of good breedings, but have gotten a few litters here and there and working on our breeding plan for 24. I didn't do a lot of breeding in 23, just too busy with other stuff, but going to be hitting it hard for 24. I hope. Now watch the rabbits don't cooperate.
So as you can expect, our fall has been very busy. The last 8 weeks, we always, you try to race the weather and the daylight and try to get as much done. Yeah. And whenever you have daylight and good weather, it's a go, go, go. We got to get out there and get stuff done. And sometimes you have to push through on the bad weather. You just got to kind of bundle up and get to it because you don't have any other choice.
Well, it's frozen until like 10:30, 11 at least. Like yesterday, it was frozen until 1:30, but it's frozen in the morning, so there's only so much you can do. And then it's dark by 5.
Yeah.
So pretty short days, but we're making the most of them.
That's it. So I'll give you a sneak peek of what we've been doing the last 6 to 8 weeks. And if you have any questions on that or any comments, leave them down below. Otherwise, we will see you next time.
Time to milk. Happy homesteading.